this stream to work. Last time I tried streaming, I lost all my progress. Yeah, I literally lost like hours worth of playthrough, which sucks. Nothing really to do about it, but this is just a tutorial pretty much. Just the beginning quest in this area. The test is to see if this will get claimed by just listening to the radio. I'm just gonna walk around, play for an hour, check to see if the stream's even still up or going. Last few times I tried to stream it to even actually say it was live. This time at least I am saying it's live. Last video I posted didn't even show up as live when it was done and over with. Okay. After I hate the cops in this game. Oh, it's way too sensitive. Can't fight anyone near the cops. I'm just gonna be.
It's showtime!
Can't actually drive too close to a cop, but they're gonna try to get after you. They're gonna request that requires you to be quiet. Avoid them like the plague. You don't want to actually get cops on you when you're just trying to finish a quest that's already done. Yeah, that's what happened last time. So I had cops on my ass. The quest I'd already finished. And I failed the quest because cops came after me because of little bullshit. Literally just came too close to a cop on the sidewalk. That was enough for them to go hostile. God, that cop took forever to cross the street. I'll probably go until I level up, just to check to see the stream. I'm just gonna get claimed. I want to be certain I can play the radio in the game. But I'm just testing, just leveling up, doing this stuff. I don't really mind losing progress. At least losing progress that you guys can see. I already lost a lot of progress that you guys can't see now. I like almost 4 hours to play through. You guys just missed out on. I don't know, I guess it's probably my internet, or I don't know what. I don't know where my from Ethernet cable's disconnected, and the internet just kept going out like all day. Couldn't keep it going for like more than an hour before it'd go off. Out there later doing work on the phone lines and stuff, so yeah. It was an annoying bit of time trying to get the game to play. What is it? I got my cat wanting attention. What is it, Ashley? What is it? You want pets? You want a hug? What do you want? You want a kiss on the forehead? What you want? What does my little kitty want? What do you want? You want pets? Play on my lap. You always sit on my lap while I play. There's pet cat. No, if it's up to you, we just spend all day laying in bed sleeping. I love you too, Ashley. I don't need you licking my nose. She got stinky kitty breath. What's not the way on? I never chip it in better than this song.
Here he is, the ugly bastard! Now it all makes sense! What's the weakling? What?
It just needs a lot of like dead zones for the game. Like the music. There's one I'll show a little bit. Notice comments. Doing my little grind for, just trying to level up to get purple before running into Kentucky Plaza, so that Jackie gets more time to live, and I don't have to grind as much. Only once have I ever done it and waited until I got legendary weapons. At least that way you can get Jackie's pistols right from the trying to think of a friend. You get his pistols right after that, already legendary. They're really nice pistols to have. Is that effective when you just switch weapons back to it? It's already reloaded. So I'm pretty sure that's what it does. You can switch between those two and like what you could use throwing knives.
Back into my
Take down cameras.
Show you
Not backing down, never backing down, not backing down. Ooh, can you feel it? Can you touch it? Get ready, 'cause here we go. You feel it? Dun, dun, dun. Dun, dun, dun.
got him.
Yeah. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah. Dun, 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 dun.
No. Take a wild fucking guess. Fuck you. I'll mess you up real good. Bunch of weaklings. Enough of this shit.
And in some ways, Night City reminds me of Spokane, Washington. In some ways, it's probably a lot like Spokane, Washington. At least the old days of Spokane, Washington. Trying to think of what exactly year period that would have been. Early 90s, late 80s maybe? I think the period of time where my uncle literally owned Spokane. Where him and his friends were just monsters. Literally, you fucked with them, they'd cut your house in half with an LMG. Like, you didn't fuck with these people back then. Thankfully, my uncle is showing his ways out. He's done his time behind bars, and he doesn't want to do any other things. He's in trouble for the rest of his life. He just kind of wants this.
You scared now?
He's one of the few people that I would consider. Like when you say you don't want, like when people say like they don't. Sorry, kind of.
Show you how it's done.
People say that people want to be homeless. Most people don't. But then there's people like my uncle, who spent his entire life in prison, and he sees any kind of wall as a prison. Doesn't mean if it's his home, his apartment. He's had apartments before. He never stayed in them for long. Maybe 2 months is the most he's ever stayed in an apartment. Before he just went right back to being transient. He's one of the very few people I would ever consider he prefers to be homeless. He spends most of his time camping. And his diet is candy and meth. And he's got a fucking 12-pack. And he's like 60. And I would never want to fight him. Yeah, he had a saying, I live to be 102, I'm gonna die long after you, or something like that. Yeah. There's a piece of me that does believe he'll probably live to be 100. He's got this... Well, we got a bit of our DNA to live that long. And he's got that too. But then... I don't know what's with him. He's just able to survive what no person should really seem to be able to survive. mean, just the story of him just getting in trouble for public urination's funny. Now, like, the amount of times they've been in trouble, and they got him in trouble for public urination. The judge just literally asked, in all the years we've known him, has he ever paid a fine? Has he ever done anything that we've asked him to do? No. He's literally done the most he can to avoid to do any kind of paying a tax, serving time, what have you. The judge just told him, you're just free to go. Because it was literally a form of entrapment from the police, too, because they were stalking him, looking for any reason to arrest him, and they got him on public urination. Yeah, keep that in mind. If you're, like, decided to take a midnight walk, and you got cops just stalking you out of nowhere, they're looking for anything to arrest you. Walk straight home, don't do anything, because they probably just want to fucking get you a ticket for dumb reasons. Because they're dealing with a county that works off of quotas. And if you're dealing with a county that deals with quotas versus just, you know, how they should be run. But if it's quotas, then they're just fucking tax you. They'll fucking give you a fucking ticket over any little thing. It's often the place where you'll have like speeding traps like right next to like a 20-mile-per-hour zone that goes like right to 50 miles per hour. You're going, what the fuck? Why is it doing that? Go from 20 to 50 right there, then a fucking cop waiting there with a speed gun. Yeah. That's the kind of shit to expect from the cops where I grew up in. Well, a lot of people don't have respect for cops because you deal with those cops. Every once in a while, you get the good cops, not every once in a while. You get the good cops, just you gotta deal with the shitty ones that make it, you know, bad for the rest. I mean, good example of how corrupt and bad the county I grew up in, the current sheriff, I'm still just amazed. It's fucking like, how is this guy a sheriff when he killed my sister's friend who had it was like a super soaker. He killed him because he had a water gun. This guy is now our sheriff of the whole county. And our county is as big, well, it's actually bigger than Rhode Island. You know, our county is bigger than than a state. It's the smallest state, but it's still bigger than a fucking state. And it's just corrupt all the way through. I mean, I still remember dogfights happening 2 blocks from the main street of town. Granted, on the main street of town, like, literally is the river right next to it, and across the river is the Native American reservation. And a lot of stuff that shouldn't be getting away with just gets overlooked on the native side. I don't know why, but it happens all the time. The only thing that makes any sense is the ones running the dog fights and the ones running all the meth and all that stuff are family members with those in the force, so they just let it all slide. And that shit's been going on for ever. And there's like so many of one family member's name, which makes you legitimately wonder how inbred are they. When, I mean, it's fucking bad. But there's like that many freaking people. It's like, and you know they're not Smith. Smith has a reason for that many people. This is not a fucking Smith situation.
This day it'd be a
But
dime.
there's like fucking at least close to several hundred of them. And they're all kind of very racist towards white people, which I kind of understand. You know, there's some fucked up things, but it's also the responsible. Well, it's also the people long since they're dead who did all that. Even if family members who were related to were responsible for it, we had nothing to do with it. In most cases, we were actually disgusted by what our family members did in the past. But us apologizing for the actions of someone else, it's pointless in many ways. It's like when you hear like, oh, I'm sorry, I heard about you, like your girlfriend dumped you. I'm like, why are you apologizing? She dumped me. You didn't do anything to cause it to happen. Why are you apologizing? So when people apologize in situations where they don't need to apologize for, it's kind of similar to that. I could apologize, but it'd probably come much more from like someone like Davy Crockett apologizing. That guy actually fought in the friggin' American Indian Wars. But, you know, he long since dead. Any person who is alive during that time is dead. There's no one left alive who can apologize for those crimes. As much as we may feel bad for the crimes that are committed, there's nothing we can do to stop or reverse what happened. No matter how bad we feel, no matter how much we know is an injustice, there's nothing we can do to undo what was done. But then when I see, no, it's sad. Like I said, I grew up around Native people, and I have great respect for them. I have great Native friends. But then, you've never seen the town I grew up in. Like we're just going to talk property value. Property value alone of that town is bad. Like you'd be wondering how, even with today's crash housing market, how is this piece of shit house worth $500,000, pretty much? And for some reason, it probably would be today. But you look at it, and it's like a trailer house with dirt for a lawn. And that's like 90% of the properties on the native side. It's just poorly maintained. They look like an abandoned car lot for some of them. It's sad. It just feels like a whole bunch of people that just gave up hope. They just gave up any ambition for a life or any kind of path of their own. They're getting paid money from the state to just exist. And there's a piece of me that's like, I have so many things I would love to have invented or had money to back. I feel like they could be doing more with what they've been given. Some do a lot with it, but then others don't. The town really is sad. There's a whole lot of broken people, no real solutions to the problems they face. A lot of nice people, but no one knows how to manage their money properly. No one seems to have any ambitions of their own. It's a very dead-end town. It's like a town you go to retire, or you're stuck working a very depressing dead-end job. There's nothing in that town for any real person with a dream. Let me give you a good example of the people who have had to leave that area. Like, literally just the town over from the town I lived in. Jack Black grew up in during his teenage years. His parents still live in that area. But he no longer does. He had to fucking get out of that dead-end town. His dreams are not gonna be done in that town. It was a nice place to grow up and live, but there is nothing. There is nothing there. little surprised why there's a bunch of freaking addicts in that town when there is nothing there to do. There's nothing there but a bowling alley, a gun range. I'm trying to think what else there is. A bowling alley and a gun range. Movie theater. Another movie theater. Amphitheater that barely shows anything. Like, we don't get any stand-up comedians in town or anything like that. Yeah, there's all the dead spots for the music. Ugh. But yeah. So much of that town is just fucked. I'm honestly trying to think of any other, like, there's literally only one other person that ever made anything of themselves in that town. And that was the creator of Over the Hedge. And that was just comics. That's something you can do pretty much anywhere. Just draw comics and get them published in a newspaper. As long as the newspaper has interesting drawings. But the bulk of everything in that town has no hope for anything bigger. Also, I think of fucking what else was there to do in that town other than, oh, there's a lake. You can go swimming during the summer. But the lake also had a high alkaline content, so there was a chance that would burn your skin. So there's that. But it was also easier to learn how to swim in too, because it was more buoyant water. But that lake also has a terrifying secret in it that a lot of people don't like to talk about. It's got a volcanic tunnel in it, which goes very deep. Apparently, Rocky still at one point had been to our lake and went into it with a submarine and was unable to find the bottom of our lake.
Mercy.
Because the pressure was simply too deep. Running with Lake Okanagan in Canada, it's connected to it, and Ogopogo uses those volcanic channels to hide. And Ogopogo is a police sore,
I thought I'd never see my kids.
This is all the,
I can't thank you enough.
you know, talk. Like there's some kind of Native American mythology around it to kind of support it. There's no concrete evidence of it, at least not yet, and there probably never will be. That's what an interesting thing about of one of the areas in the world where there's a good logical explanation as to where this thing can be hiding. And a volcanic tunnel channel, it's very old. But how it got, well, it would have gone there probably because of just, actually more interesting thing would be, I guess, how it evolved to survive in freshwater versus saltwater, or whether or not it started in freshwater, then it became, I don't really know what it was, saltwater, freshwater creature. Or there's variants of a freshwater creature and saltwater creatures as well. So we just don't entirely know, I don't think. We can assume, I don't think we have concrete evidence of it. So I mean, just until quite recently, we thought dinosaurs had fucking scales, and we find out, nope, they had feathers. They're all giant birds. Tigers feel like a giant chicken, for all we know, pretty much, with teeth. Just a much more bulkier, blocky face. I'll go back to that. No. Alright, let's go to Vic's. See what Chrome we can get from Vic. I think I might end the stream just to see if he gets claimed or not, just to be certain. I want to finish the tutorial. I want to be certain I can listen to music while I do it.
I need to change my style.
Oops.
Excellent.
No new Chrome. I got more room for Chrome though, at least. Kinda want to save it though. Look at this one. Picked a bad time to jump in here. I was just about to end the stream. This whole one was just a test to see if copyright music on the copyright-free radio was supposed to be actually free or not. I just go back and watch the VOD.